If you're missing this in your mindset practice, you're doing it all wrong. What's up? Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Mindset series. We're doing something a little different today. We're on the way to a rehab project that we're working on, but I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about something that came up during one of our live episodes this morning. All right, so a few students were asking about something similar. They kept asking about the sensation of failure. They kept asking about New Year resolutions. We're coming holiday season where people start to get really excited about next year, and always you end up that 99% of the people set up New Year's resolutions, right? And then they lose faith halfway through January. What does that happen? And then we had another student that came up and he was asking about how to prevent analysis paralysis. How do you prevent analysis paralysis when you don't understand, we don't have a lot of clarity between things, when you feel like you've tried and tried and tried and failed and failed and failed all over again, you don't have any results. All right, so it came down to this. We've heard it time and time again, a million times actually, find your why, find your purpose, and operate based off of those things. That's gonna give you the direction that you need. 100%. I understand 100%. The only fallacy to that is that if you're starting off, or if you're in a mental state, if you're in a mindset stage of survival because you're trying to launch your business, you don't have results yet, you don't have the money coming in, there's a lot of stuff that's going to keep you concerned, you're trying to pay for leads, you're building up your business, trying to understand the systems, trying to understand the industry, trying to play along with fluctuations that happen on the market on a regular basis, whatever your market is. There's a lot of things that we have to worry about as entrepreneurs when we're starting off, right? So it's real nice to say that I'm following my why. I'm doing this because it's my purpose. But at the end of the day, the reality of things is that more often than not, we're operating under a principle of survival. So we're in survival mode. It's very hard to focus on contribution, to focus on your why, to focus on, the bigger picture when you're in a survival state. All you want to do is survive. You want to get money through the door and you're focused on that dollar, and that makes perfect sense. Now, what do we do? What do we do if that's the case? And this is where all those questions from the students were making sense to me, okay? So people were asking about analysis paralysis, sticking through resolutions as the year begins, and then getting over that sensation of failure, okay? And here's the thing: if you're caught in a cycle where you have self-doubt, where you have where your mindset is just not wired right, you don't believe you are the person who you want to be, right? Believe you have it in you. It doesn't matter how much action you take, how many courses you go to, how fine-tuned your systems and your processes become in a theoretical way. The results are never going to show up because you are lacking the biggest and most important aspect of your business, which is you. You're lacking that mindset strength. Okay, so it really comes down to that. It comes down to you finding that belief. But how do you get to that point? It's not like you can turn it on overnight and then just wake up in the morning with a new found sense of confidence and just conquer the world. It doesn't work that way. However, there's stuff that we can do. Instead of diving deep into finding your purpose and then your why and everything, that's very, very important. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very important. It's just hard to wrap your head around that kind of stuff when you're taking off, when you're starting off your entrepreneur journey. Instead of trying to do all that stuff from a mindset of survival, you can anchor your actions, you can anchor your activity, okay, to something that's just bigger than you, okay? And this can be something financial. A good anchor is something that's gonna pull you in the direction that you wanna go. So it's gonna pull you out of that state of analysis paralysis. It's gonna take you towards your resolutions. More importantly, it's something that can save you, literally save you, when you're having those feelings of failure, right? If you've tried and you tried and you tried and you're doing stuff and you just don't have that level of success yet, a good anchor is going to draw you through that mental fog and carry you until that desire and that drive comes back, okay? So sometimes we just need an anchor to pull us in the direction that we want to go. We are not walking alone in entrepreneurship. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're alone, you're not alone, right? You have desires, you have goals, you have ambitions, you have people that you want to do right by. Okay, so think about those people. Think about, if it's a financial anchor, that's fine. You know what? I want to buy this house. Let that dream of buying that house pull you through the dark times. I want to buy this car. I want to have more status. It can be something superficial, right? Now, in my opinion, getting fixated on something that's materialistic is gonna get you to a certain point, right? And then we evolve, and then we start thinking about contribution, and that's a whole different conversation. However, it's very important to use that drive, that desire. If that's what's gonna get you through the finish line right now, use it by all means. It's a desire that you have right now, okay? So if you wanna anchor yourself in a certain amount, in a certain dollar amount, in a house, in a car, I wanna, get a vacation for my kids. I wanna go to Hawaii for the first time. I wanna, take a trip overseas, and that's my 3-month goal. That's an anchor, all right? So anytime you don't feel like doing something, anytime you feel like you're procrastinating or you have that analysis paralysis, think about that same anchor and let it help you get through the times where you don't feel like doing shit, okay? So anchor your mindset to something that's gonna carry you, even if it's for a short term, all right? So here's the thing, mental anchors help us in a short-term basis, on a short-term basis. They help us, just get through the week and get through the motions when we don't feel like doing that kind of stuff. When you find your why and you find your purpose, that's a long-term thing, okay? You're talking, my purpose for the next 5 years is this. My why for the next 5 years, 3 years, or whatever, it's this, but it's a longer term. Anchors are different, right? Anchors come and go, but they're very, very useful when we're trying to dig in and find places where to draw motivation from. Again, it's easy to lose ourselves in the taskiness of, easy to, you know what, I've been at this thing for 5 months and I'm getting no results. I'm about to quit. It's easy to feel that way when you don't have the tangibles, when you don't have the stuff that's right in your hand and you can't prove, or you don't have validation that what you're doing is working. It's easy. Find anchors and let those anchors just paint that vision, give you that emotional push that we sometimes need to have in order to get through the dark spots, right? So make sure that you like the video, subscribe, and share. Back to driving. Love you all. Stay focused. You got this.